Welcome to XM.com. For the special report video, we'll be exploring the oil war going on. I'm Christina Marujas, and joining me today is Marios Hadjikyriacos, investment analyst. So, Marios, we're in the midst of this coronavirus crisis, and yet we have this oil war going on as well. We saw Russia pull out from the agreement, from the deal, let's say, last week to cut production, which led to lower oil prices. Now, how do you see the demand and supply dynamics playing out?
Well, the outlook is not bright in a nutshell. So, yes, we saw Russia leave the production deal lately. So basically, Saudi Arabia wanted Russia and itself and OPEC really, to cut production in order to stabilize prices. Prices have taken a hit due to the coronavirus. Let's step into the market, cut our supply, and keep prices afloat. However, Russia didn't want to play ball, and their reasoning was, if we do that, if we cut our own production, that simply means we are giving market share away to the Americans, specifically to US shale producers. So I don't want to do that. I'm leaving the deal. Let's start pumping as much as we want. And that's exactly what they announced. Saudi Arabia said that it's going to push its production to record levels. Russia said something similar. And overall, we might be headed for a period where the markets are flooded with supply. Now, at the same time, we have this whole demand crisis going on with the coronavirus. Airlines are not flying anymore. We are seeing travel bans all over the place. And at the same time, a lot of people are starting to work from home instead of commuting to work, and overall a really big blow to demand. So, the real question is, how low can oil prices go, in my view, at least over the coming months?
I see, which brings me to my next question, because how do you see oil prices moving in the next couple of months?
Well, I definitely expect them to retest the lows that we saw back in 2016. Back then, WTI fell to $26 per barrel. I think we can test those lows and maybe even break below them. So back then, that was a situation when Saudi Arabia was trying to squeeze out US shale producers by flooding the market with supply. We're going to have a similar situation now, but this time we have the demand side being destroyed as well. So I think we can break below those levels. Now, how much lower can we go? That's debatable, really, because we haven't had a similar situation in the past ever. We haven't had a supply war combined with a demand crisis. My guess would be that WTI falling to $20 per barrel is not impossible. However, I will also add that we might see a prolonged period of weakness for oil prices over the coming quarters. At the very least, prices are likely to stay very low. But at some point, I think they recover, mainly because a lot of US shale producers are not profitable at these prices. So the longer the prices stay this low, the more US supply goes offline, and therefore that helps prices recover at some point, especially if this whole virus crisis blows over.
I see. Marios, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching the special report here at XM.com.